Want to keep up with the latest LEGO Maker 96.1 videos? Make sure to subscribe and ring that bell. Also, check out LEGO Maker Gaming. Link is in the description. Hello everyone, LEGO Maker 96.1 here with another video. Now, after I did my video on my growing Xbox collection, I figured I have some ideas of my own in regards to Xbox games. Now, this could be any. Now I know there are a lot of gaming consoles that exist, like the PlayStation, but I figured I'd go with the Xbox because I grew up with the Xbox. Because ever since I was a late teenager into my early adult years, but I figured, why not give the Xbox a try? Now, bear in mind, I did play a lot of gaming consoles growing up, like on the Sega Genesis, or all Xbox, or all the PlayStation games, like the 1 all the way to the 2, and the 360. And the Game Boy, but that's basically it. I did do the Nintendo 64, but my memory's kind of fake. It's like a real long time, so we'll go about it from there. But with that in mind, I have a list of Xbox games that I want to see adapted in real life. Now, whether you agree with my list or not, it's entirely up to you. But this list is strictly opinion based. Now, with all that out of the way, here's a list. Number 1. Lego Spider-Man. Now, as a kid growing up, I was always interested in Lego. I mean, I love Lego. I was introduced to the brand ever since I was a kid, and I haven't stopped playing with them or getting them since. But ever since we had like Lego Star Wars or Lego Indiana Jones or Batman or many others, what I really want to see adapted in Lego game form is Spider-Man. And more than just the movies in particular, but all the comics as well. What I want to see is Lego adapting every bit of Spider media in video game form. I mean, how cool would that be? You get to play as one of your favorite spiders, like Noir or 2099 or Spider-Woman or anything that has to do with Spider-Man. In fact, like all Lego games, you get to make your own version of your spider. Or you can change any color you want or the color of the minifigure. Doesn't bring it out there. I mean, I have my own ideas on spiders that I want to see adapted, but let's cross these bridges as we get to it, okay? In fact, you could not only do you get to play these particular spiders, but you get to recreate some of the movies in Lego form. Like you could do the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man or the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man or even the ongoing Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. I mean, how cool would that be? And even adapt some of the TV series as well, like the original from the 1960s or my all-time favorite Spider-Man the animated series from 1994. And yes, I did grow up with that, but it would be cool to see a new series of Spider-Man the animated series being brought back. How cool would that be? Now on to the series. What I want them to see them do is more than just the animated portions, but even go to the live action portions, like Spider Noir with Nicolas Cage. And yes, in the previous video, I did see Spider Noir, and it looked amazing. I mean, I watched it in color because it looked more better. I mean, no offense to black and white, but I think color fits much more better. And you know how it is when you know how it is with Lego Star Wars A New Hope when they actually use dialogue from the movies and incorporated it inside of the game? I think Lego should do that when it comes to Spider-Man, the Lego Spider-Man. I mean, how cool would that be to actually hear some of the dialogue from the movies, from the TV shows and from the movies, and incorporate that into the game? How cool would that be? Just an idea. I'm still putting it out there. I mean, if the game does come out, if someone announces that they will do a Lego Spider-Man game, I'll get it, no issue. I mean, I would love to see my favorite webhead in Lego form again. And maybe with an updated suit for future Lego sets. I mean, how cool would that be, you know? But fingers crossed. Number 2, Superman. Now, this will be based on the same concept as Batman and Spider-Man. And not only incorporate all the movies that Superman did, but also incorporate all the animated shows. Was like way back in the 60s, the 80s, in the 90s, and the 2000s, and even to more recent, like My Adventures with Superman. I mean, how cool would that be to see Superman's story being retold again, but in Lego form? I mean, I'm just pointing it out there. And like I said, when it comes to Spider-Man, like taking the audio from the movies and incorporate that into the game, I think Lego and the gaming company should do that as well. I mean, I'm just pointing it out there. I mean, what I'm saying are good ideas. They're not just bad ones. In fact, it would be cool to hear some of the audio from the original actors and voice actresses who actually worked on Superman from years past, like Superman the animated series, Justice League and Justice League Unlimited, and Super Friends and many others. Now, bear in mind, I did grow up with Superman the animated series, and I love Tim Daly as Superman. I wonder if he could still play Superman in the near future. I mean, I doubt he'll do it because Kevin Conroy is no longer with us. By the way, rest in peace, Kevin. And yes, I did grow with Kevin Conroy as this Batman, and I'm really upset that that he has succumbed to an ailment. I mean, my thoughts are with the family and friends of Kevin Conroy. And I'm really glad that his legacy is still being going on even to this very day. Now, don't get me wrong. The actors and actresses who worked on Superman and the other characters in the Superman universe, depending on what variation of Superman and you watch or read, Tim Daly is still my favorite Superman. And I hope if they do make a Superman game, like pay homage. I would love to see them pay homage to not only Tim Daly and Kevin Conroy. I mean, it would be nice, you know. Number 3, anime based. Now, which anime? Anyone. Any one of the anime games that I want to see adapted in Lego form, it would be interesting. Now, for me, and I did talk about this in my previous video, is what I want to see them do is adapt Naruto in Lego form. And how cool would that be if you get to play and recreate stories not only from the anime, but also from the manga itself? I mean, you get to see your favorite anime characters from Naruto in Lego form, and you get to recreate some of the stories in Lego form. And yes, I did grow up with Naruto, and Naruto is one of my favorite animes. And how cool would that be to hear the original voice actors and actresses recreating scenes from the anime into the game? Now, you could take dialogue from the anime and incorporate that into the game. It doesn't really matter. It's still cool. And you could do it in Japanese subtitles or English dub. It doesn't really matter. It's just strict. And just give the game some fan service. And speaking of adaptations, I would love to see Naruto adapted in Lego set forms. If Lego does announce that they will make Naruto themed animes, if Naruto themed sets in Lego form, I'll get them. Like, no joke, I will literally spend my entire budget getting every single Lego Naruto set. And speaking of Naruto, I would love to see Bleach adapted in Lego game form as well. And yes, I did. And yes, I know that Bleach has an anime themed game. And I would get it, hands down. But what I really want them to see them do is adapt the game in Lego form. I mean, you get to recreate scenes from the anime, including the Thousand Year Blood War arc, and incorporate that into the game as well. I mean, how cool would that be to play as either Ichigo Kurosaki or Rukia Kuchiki or Renji Abarai, or any other of your favorite Bleach characters throughout the game? How cool would that be? And what I really want them to see them adapt is One Piece. Now, once in a while, I do watch One Piece left and right. I've seen clips of the Netflix series of One Piece. I haven't watched the whole entire thing, but I know the premise of it. There's this boy named Monkey D. Luffy who eats a devil fruit called the Gum Gum fruit that gives him the ability to stretch his limbs, and his body's made of Thailand rubber. And his dream is to become king of the pirates. And yes, I did watch the anime growing up. I mean, I'm okay with it. It's just particularly not my favorite. Well, once in a while I watch the anime. I mean, it still looked cool. The Netflix series I haven't watched, and I heard people say it's really good. But what I want to see them adapt is the game in Lego form. I mean, how cool would that be? I also have a list of other animes I want to see them adapt as well, in Lego form, but the list will probably take too long, so I just put down what I have to say. So we'll go about it from there. Number 4. History-based games. Now, if you know me, I'm into history, primarily the American Civil War. Now, I did talk about in my previous video that I have the History Channel Civil War: A Nation Divided. What I want them to see them do is remake the game for Xbox One. You know, you can recreate some of the battles from the American Civil War. In fact, I want to see them touch on is more video games linking to the American Civil War. You know how it is with Call of Duty, with World War II? That. But you can actually tell the story of one man fighting in the Union Army during the American Civil War. Or you could do the Confederate side and tell the story from there. I mean, how cool would that be? And speaking of the American Civil War, I want to see War of Rights being adapted to Xbox One. I mean, I did see gameplay footage of it. I mean, I really want to play that game, War of Rights. I mean, it looked phenomenal. I mean, I would love to see myself adapted into the video game as well, War of Rights, because I love the American Civil War. I mean, I was introduced to the war, and I was fascinated with the war since 8th grade when I was in middle school. Maybe someday, huh? In fact, not only touch on the American Civil War, but also do wars, but also touch on other wars, like the American Revolution, or the War of 1812, the Mexican-American War, or Western expansion. I mean, what I'm saying are good ideas. They're not bad ones. Nothing wrong with that. In fact, not only do American history as a whole, but you can also do games on world history. Like, if you're interested in Japanese history, just do that. Or British history, French history, Middle Eastern history. It doesn't really matter. I mean, the possibilities are just endless. I mean, I'm not a game designer or a game developer or programmer. I'm more of a video game player, to be more precise. I mean, whatever you want to do, it's your thing. I'm just putting it out there. Number 5. Remastered video games. Now, ever since gaming technology, or should I say technology as a whole, is advancing, A lot of stuff is becoming remastered. Like movies are being remastered, a lot of stuff is getting remastered, right? So you can see things much more clearer and more brighter. This goes for video games as well. Now, depending on what gaming console that you use, a lot of stuff is getting remastered, like various others, like Assassin's Creed, the franchise, and many others. But what I really want to see remastered are various games like Republic Commandos, as I say, like in the previous, like all the way from the very beginning of this video, like Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions, and Wolverine. I mean, I never played X-Men's Origins Wolverine, but I've seen the Let's Play, and yes, I've seen the movie. It is phenomenal. Despite what people think, it's a good movie. And not only that, but also remaster or both Force Unleashed games. I mean, how cool would that be if we see Star Killer brought back into the Star Wars canon? I mean, how cool would that be? Including stuff that's remastered, I want to see remastered as games is various is games that you grown up with as a kid, whether it's on the Nintendo DS or the Game Boy SP or a regular Xbox or a PlayStation, whatever preference you have, it's yours. Number 6, TV-based games. I've seen a lot of TV growing up, but a lot of stuff I want to see adapted in video game form is pretty much a big list. I'm not going to name all of them. I'm just going to name a few that are out there. Like every Wednesday, if you watch One Chicago, it's basically just 3 shows: Chicago Med, Chicago Fire, and Chicago PD. I want to see them adapt the shows in video game form. I mean, how cool would that be? You get to play either as a firefighter or of Firehouse 51, or a doctor at Chicago Med, or even a police officer of the 21st District of Chicago. And for those of you who don't know, I love One Chicago. I started watching it ever since, like, way back in the day. Like, starting out with Chicago Fire, then later Chicago PD, and later Chicago Med. And if you're not caught up on all the seasons of One Chicago, well, 3-word warning for you for Chicago Fire Season 9. Drone versus Nose. Good luck. Spoilers. Now, like I said, I've actually watched One Chicago here or there. But not only adapt One Chicago, but also adapt Law and Order into video game form, or even FBI. The possibilities are just endless. I mean, how cool would that be if we actually get to see some of our favorite characters in video game form, like Jay Halstead or Kevin Atwater, Hank Void, Matthew Casey, Kelly Severide. I mean, the possibilities are just endless. I mean, if somebody is literally working on a video game that's adapting all One Chicago, I would play it hands down. Like, no joke. I would literally play One Chicago all the way through the very end. If there's any DLCs, I'll get it too. And I've seen my fair share of paranormal shows as well. Like, growing up, I've seen a lot of Haunted History on the History Channel, Ghost Hunters, which when it was on Sci-Fi. But my all-time favorite on the Travel Channel is Ghost Adventures. Believe it or not, I love this show. And I would love to see Ghost Adventures adapted in video game form. Now, like I said, I have an Xbox One, and I plan to update in the near future. But I would love to see Ghost Adventures being adapted in video game form. You know, that would be a bad idea. Ghost Adventures in Lego form. That's an idea. I would love to play as either Zach Bagans, Aaron Goodwin, and Jay, or any one of the guys in the Ghost Adventures crew. and go to one of the haunted locations anywhere in the world and dive deep into the paranormal. And maybe just for fun, have Zach and the crew go to the haunted mansion. Like, either one will be fine. If you want to put Phantom Manor in that game, fine. Or any of the haunted mansions from Orlando or Anaheim or even from the movies, fine. That would be a nice DLC. Just throwing it out there. Oh, speaking of TV-based games or even movie-based games, what I really want to see brought back is Monty Python. Now, I started watching Monty Python, even watching some of the old sketches, and they still hold up. It's phenomenal. And I've actually watched Monty Python and the Holy Grail from beginning to end, and it's still good. And I would love to see that movie adapted in video game form. I mean, how cool would that be? You get to play as either one of the characters from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. It'd be even funner. To be even more funny, I love the way that they usually ride around on those, but they literally don't have any horses. They just jump like up and down like this, and somebody in the back using coconuts to imitate the horse clapping. I mean, I would love to see that in video game form. And I can imagine a lot of gamers' reactions to that particular moment in the game or anywhere in the game. They're just laughing their asses off, seeing you playing one of the characters, like imitating riding a horse, and the guy in the back just using coconuts. And it's a good movie from back in the 70s. And it's still good. And it still is. If you haven't seen Monty Python, go check it out. It is funny. And to this day, it's still funny. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. And that's all the list of games that I have in store, or list of game ideas, more to be more precise. But that's pretty much it. If I have more, I'll probably do another video on that. And that concludes this video. Now, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more like this, including the other videos I've done on my channel, please feel free to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe to my channel, and turn on the bell notifications. That way you can be notified when I upload the next video. And as always, this is LegoMaker961 signing off.